All right, welcome to probably what will be my worst video ever, but this is me walking on a treadmill, and we're going to do some back testing here. I wanted to back test and I wanted to walk, so here we are. I decided to bring the community with me, right? So you're looking at today, 10/8. So that's what this is, 10/8. We took two trades. One we got absolutely wrecked on, lost 1R. The next one, 3R plus. We'll take that. That's a 2R day, okay? So be patient with me. I'm used to TradingView. I'm not used to NinjaTrader. I do all my automated trading on NinjaTrader, so I don't like play with the charts very much like I do in what you call it in NinjaTrader, which is a great platform by the way, especially if you want to hook up to Apex automation and stuff. Okay, so this was yesterday. Yesterday we had 2 losses and 1 win. So I'm gonna write that down. This is how I'm back testing right now. This is just a cheap, quick, easy way to back test. This is not like a super overly detailed one like I did before. And so this strategy that is built inside of here will tell us, whoa, look at that. Shabang a bang a bang. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 losses there. Oof, that was a hard day. That was a hard day. That happens. That happens, especially in this consolidation stuff, you know? So let's just keep going back. Let's keep looking at this. Keep looking at this back testing. And I gotta, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Boom. 1 trade, 1 win. Hold it all day. Look at this, man. Look at this. This is an all-dayer. Boom. This is why I built this strategy, because this will test you. Look at that. It comes all the way up. It says, hello, stop loss. Bang. End of the day. All right, so that's a W. Goodness gracious. If you guys don't know anything about the 50 Trade Orb Challenge, I'll have the link description below. There is no like give me your email so you can download it. I don't need to know that. 50 Trade Orb Challenge is something you can do for free on your own. You can join our Discord and share with us, and you could do that for free. But then we do have a VIP trading where we will trade this live with you and work through your trading psychology. Okay, that's what this orb challenge was designed for. If you don't know the actual strategy, you can go watch the video. It literally takes 2 seconds to understand the strategy. I'll even explain it. First 5 minutes of the day from 9:30 to 9:35, you mark the high and the low of those candles, those 5 candles. We wait for a fair value gap. Candle 1, 2, and 3 with the little orange square, that's a fair value gap. Once that forms, we enter. Boom. We shoot for a 1 to 3 with a candle at the high of the first candle. Candle 1 is the stop loss, and then a 1 to 3. Boom. Okay, that's it. That's the strategy. That's it. From 9:30, so technically 9:35 to like 11:30. That's the whole strat. Okay. If you don't know the details about this, of how to do the, trading psychology journals and stuff, my other video goes into that very deeply. So this one you hold all day, even gets to a probably like a 2R, and then it just turns around on you and eventually boots your butt right out at the end of the day. That's a rough one, but that's trading. That there is trading. So I know it's a little bit different than my normal videos. So if you, if this is like the first one you've seen of me, go check out my other stuff. It's very different, but I really wanted to, do some back testing, like I said, and I wanted to walk. So here you go. We had 1 loss and 1 win on this day. So now we're at what? We're at 9 losses and 4 wins, right? So 9 losses is 9R. 4 wins, if I can do my mathematical thinking, is 12R. So you're up 3R, right? 4R, 3R. It's not like, wow, let me write home to my family. I'm going to retire by Christmas stuff. But hey, you're up, right? And a lot of us have that trouble just getting that, right? If you are struggling in your trading, I promise you, take this challenge, you will improve. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody that's done it has just said, like how much it really helped them. So here you go. You get two L's for the day there. Okay, so shebang, shebang. Now I'm just looking back through. I'm doing like a quick back test. This is not like my other back test. You want a detailed one, you can go into my other video. I did that like crazy back test. Very detailed. All right, there's another loss. Now we've lost our wins. Now we're break even. What's up with that, man? Why you gotta do me like that? Why you gotta hurt me like? No, I'm just kidding. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Dan of all trades traded this thing for a long time, and he did really well. So, ooh, look at this. Ouch. 5 losses. See, that'd be a hard day. How many of you guys would struggle with this day right here? I'm like so dyslexic looking in the camera. I don't even know which way to point. This would be a hard day. Even me. I've been training myself very specifically for trading psychology, and it's still hard when you have a day like that. So, all right, here we go. We get 1L, 1W. So we get some of those wins back, not very many. Just like that. All right. Easy peasy strategy, lemon squeezy. So to just talk about it more, the 50 trade orb challenge, you do the first 50 trades. If you ask me, and I'm the one who wrote the program for it, you do them pure mechanical. I mean, you're like, all right, I'm gonna get a $50, $49 top step combine, and I'm gonna blow it with this strategy. Okay, so you take $50, you invest. You're like, I'm gonna risk $100 a trade, right? And you're gonna trade 50 orb trades to the T. I don't care if it gets to 2.99 R. You let it turn around and hit your stop loss. Now, remember, that's the training portion of this. Okay? That's the training portion. It's exactly what Dan of all trades did. And he ended up like $3,000 up when he stopped the pure or somewhere. I know it was like 2,500, 3,000, somewhere in there. And that's where he ended up after the first 50 trades doing it pure. Okay? And now what he did is while he was doing that, he was journaling everything. Okay? And so now he knows per his journal what he can do to better the strategy to make it even more profitable than it already was for him. Okay? Like today, for example, he ran that trade today. It was a 1 to 3. He pulled a 1 to 6 out of it. Okay? Or was that today? No, that was yesterday. I'm sorry. My mistake. Yesterday's trade. It was nice 1 to 3 on the chart. And just like this trade right here, it just kept going down and down and down. He just held it, boop, got out and grabbed an extra 3R. You want to talk about tilting the scales on data in your favor? That's it. That's how you do it. Okay. But he said doing the first 50 pure was so important because it gave him the proper mindset for this, right? All right, so let's keep going, keep going. Shebang. There's a winner. Is that the only trade? Yeah, so bang, that day. Look at that, dude. You had to hold it all day. How many of you guys out there are that patient? I mean, I am. I am now. Took me a long time. Sorry about the swaying. I almost turned my camera off for this, but I know you guys think I'm beautiful, so I want to make sure I keep my face out there. It's hard to contain all this handsomeness. Okay. Ooh, another winner. Shwoom. Okay, so we've got 19 losses. Okay, so that's negative 19R. I'm going to just lightly write that down. And we've got 8. So 24. So now we have 24R plus. Right? So we're up 5R. So be honest and comment down below. You've been watching this video. Did you think we were up, right, on this back test? Or were you like, oh, this strategy's terrible? Bleh. Be honest. Be honest. Because when I did my first initial back test, and the other videos I've posted, of course, it's on my YouTube, I was doing back testing and I was like feeling down. I was like, dude, I just took the biggest loss streak, and here I am designing this program to help people and train people to become better day traders. It's garbage. And I look down, I'm $1,000 up. I'm like, what? I was like, okay, let me double check. And I did. I double checked it. That back testing was not just what you see here. It was a lot more involved. It took me, I don't even know, like at least 80 hours total. So here's a three banger. Bang, bang, bang. But we're still up, right? And in all reality, this strategy is not exactly about making money. It is ultimately to make money. And Dan did for his 50 trades, he made money. I'm sure someone else will do 50 and, they'll be down. But however it works, right? This is a probabilities game. You don't win every month, okay? Anyone who day trades, like, there's a few out there who claim to be, profitable every single month and every single week. I'm going to be transparent. That ain't me. That ain't how this guy rolls. Okay. So there you go. I hope I'm doing the math right too. Like, it's fine, right? Like, so there was a winner and there's a loss. So we still up. We still doing good. And you need to think about how many days this is. I should have been keeping track. But that's a lot of days, All right, let's get the chart back up here. There we go. Okay, one trade, one W. Those days are nice. Those days right there are nice. I had a string of these one time and pulled a nice little fat payout from it. I was like, yeah, let's go. And I knew it too. I knew it wasn't going to stay that way. There's another one. I'd say maybe this was the string, but I doubt it. So you got to realize we just had 2 trades in 2 days, and we're up 6R. That's 6 losses we just covered. Okay, that's where this math really works out. What is this? Oh my word! Enter beginning of the day, and hold on to your cojones all day long. Oof. So like literally all day. That's awesome. Those are hard days. I'll be honest. When I was training myself, that was difficult. I'm not a hold a trade all day kind of guy, but it is what it is. It really taught me. It really learned. That's why I hope you guys will consider doing this. And boom. And there's another one. Okay. All right. So let me count how many trades we've taken total, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 30. So 36 trades, right? So 36 trades. I got to do some mathematics. Hold on. And so 13, oh wow, 13 times 3. So that is the 36, okay? And this one is 5, 10, 15, 20, 23. So we've lost 23 trades, but we won 16 trades, which means we're up. If Dan Evolve's trade was here, he would already be done. 13R. Okay? I've had a few people reach out. Really only like 1 or 2, but they were like, I don't know about this strat. I'm like, there it is. Okay. And then I literally didn't cherry pick. I was just like, let me. Well, anyway, whatever, right? I'm sure I keep scrolling. There's like a loss coming up, and you're gonna give some of that 13R back. But if you were risking $100, right? At 13R, you're up $1,300. That's almost halfway to getting funded with Top Step 50K, right? On my one account, I actually risk like 700 per trade. So 700 times 13, that's plenty. That's all I want to say is it's plenty. Okay. But what I want to encourage you guys to do is to download the sheet. It is free. I don't ask for your email. I don't ask for your info. And take a look at it, and then give this a try and give it 50 solid trades of trading this, and realize there's gonna be, Dan of all trades just did like an 8 losing streak, okay? And he made that back in just like the next 3 or 4 trades, okay? And this is something you need to learn about trading. It is a probabilities game, all probability, okay? You need to learn this, all right? Because if you can just find some goofy strategy, I'm so dyslexic. I don't even know how to point in that direction. There we go. Say over there. I mean, over here. A goofy strategy like this can be profitable, especially after you've trained yourself and worked out a lot of the kinks on the FOMO, the fear of being wrong. That was one of mine, right? The fear of missing out, revenge trading, tilt, all these things. When you take that out of your trading, or at least minimize it to a point where it's acceptable, it just changes your whole spreadsheet, right? There's so many people that are like data crunchers. Like, how do I, I mean, being a day trading coach, I get people to just like drop me a spreadsheet and be like, hey, will you go over this? And I'm like, yeah, sure, and I'm like, okay, so which one of these trades in your strategy is you going on a revenge trade versus your actual strategy? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, well, we need to split that out, right? So I'm not going to get too long-winded here. Um, what are we? Okay, so we're only 16 minutes in, so I'll kind of finish up a few of my thoughts here that I think are really important. In that spreadsheet, you need to pull out the trades that are your strat and you. Then you're going to work on the you part, okay? You're going to work on the revenge trading, the FOMO, okay? But when you have a strategy that has so much um, like discretion in it, right? And I trade a form of ICT. It's just a form of it, smart money concepts, whatever. I use like 5% of ICT when I trade, okay? Of the knowledge that I've accumulated. I end up throwing out like 95% of it and simplified it. When you are working on that spreadsheet, right? And you have your data from you and the data from your strategy. The only way to differentiate the two is to split them apart, okay? And when you have a strategy that has too much decision making in it, you're actually injecting a lot of FOMO and everything into that. So when there's too much discretion in your strategy, it's very hard to pinpoint what's really going on with you. Hence, look at that, I got it right. I pointed the right direction. Look at me go. Hence the simple mechanical strategy that is actually repeatable daily. Okay. I don't know. It's been a very long time since I've approached this strategy and didn't take a trade because it almost fires every day. Okay. But it'll teach you to be patient as well, because look at this thing. You had to hold this trade all day. All right. So the mechanicalness of this strategy allows you, because you'll feel your FOMO, you'll feel your fear. And what I mean is, this is a great example. I'm glad we're ending on this one right here. Okay. You're in this strat. Okay. You get excited. You get your entry. Boom. You're like, yeah, look at me go. I'm going to trade. You enter, put your stop loss where it's supposed to be. And then it goes up and it almost hits your stop loss. And then it comes down. And you're like, oh, like, well, maybe it's going to break back up. Oh, no, it broke down, broke down, broke down. Oh, no, I'm almost back to break even. What do I do? And guys, I'm not poking at anybody. I'm not making fun of anybody. This is exactly how I used to think. Legit. Okay. Boom. Pump up, pump down. It's playing with your emotions. This is where you get a chance to journal this. This is where you get a chance to decide what kind of trader you're going to be. Are you actually going to follow the rules that you've set or not? Okay. I think my camera is like super fuzzy, but that's fine. I don't care. So eventually, whoop, pink, knocked you out. Okay. This is just a 1 to 3R. This is not some random algorithm that I put in to try to get the best results. Okay, it was either 1 to 2R or 1 to 3R. I chose 1 to 3. Do you want to know why? It had nothing to do with profits. It had to do with the fact that it's harder to hold. Therefore, it's harder to implement, and therefore it gives people more opportunity to journal and write down the things that they're working through as a trader. Okay, this is the kind of trading that has made a difference in my life. Okay, doing this kind of stuff, this kind of trading. So I want to encourage you guys. Please share this video out with someone you think they'll help. Comment down below if you have any questions or anything like that. Simple strategy. It is doable. It is repeatable. It can be profitable. I don't guarantee nothing. But I do guarantee that if you follow the journaling and you follow the plan and you invest in yourself to train yourself as a trader using this, it will help you. Okay. Anyways, all right. I'll see you guys in the next video.